Oh dear. Not one planet in the Space 1999 universe ever seemed to have any water on it, and I had to go and crash my Eagle on the one planet that has nothing but. Now, where did our saboteur friend get to?
Hello, sweetheart.
Ah, yes, Captain Black, hello. I was rather hoping you'd, well, hopped it.
We're underwater. Upside down.
Where else were you gonna go, right?
Something like that.
Yes, well, Marina's gone for help. I'm not sure if she'll find anybody, but if she doesn't...
We're trapped.
That is essentially it, yes. I don't suppose you have any thoughts on rectifying this situation, do you?
Sort of.
Oh?
I sometimes think you'd make an attractive Mr. on Slave.
Well, I can't say I'm not flattered, although I do hope Marina gets back soon. The prospect of becoming your slave is not exactly the most appealing offer I've ever had.
What are you doing?
Oh, well, we've got the randomiser right here. I thought you might like to press the button for me today. You know, give us an episode to watch while we outsit eternity.
Whatever makes you happy.
That's it, thank you.
It's going to be an interesting experiment, I guess.
No Mr. On power you can exert over the randomiser to make sure it picks out a good episode?
No, don't get excited. I know what you're thinking.
Oh, I'm just thinking please God anything but Torchy, frankly, so let's see. Ah, well, thank you, Conrad. It's not only an episode I've never seen before, but it's an episode of a series that we haven't seen for a while on the randomiser.
Let's call that a lucky shot.
Indeed. Here's Lavender Castle with Bird of Prey.
Let's do it.
Lavender Castle. A place of legend, fabled right across the universe. This is our quest to find it.
So, welcome back to the Randomiser, a series we have not seen for quite a while. I have a feeling we haven't actually seen this one all year, which is quite surprising. It's always nice to see Lavender Castle turn up on the Randomiser because, along with most of the show that shall not be named, let's say, this is one of the few Anderson shows I know nothing about, and it's nice to come to an episode in the knowledge that I know absolutely nothing about what I'm going to see, and I don't think it would work for like a 50-minute show like Thunderbirds or UFO or whatever, but for a little 10-minute Lavender Castle adventure, I think that's a jolly nice thing to discover this together. Although a lot of you are big fans of the show. Anyway, here's the paradox following a meteor of some description. Squeaky's clearing up. Leica's working, and
That's an ancient clonal manuscript.
Oh, it would be, wouldn't it?
Fear not, Miss Leica.
It always is.
Turn your manuscripts forthwith. Instead of sucking, I simply have to blow.
Oh, he's rolling around the deck.
In space is
Oh, that was nearly a what in space fire, similar to Terrorhawks. And right, so Thrice has now ended up with a paper on his face. That's knocked the controls, which has sent the paradox hurtling out of the cover of the meteor.
They've been hiding.
And into the detection of Dr. Agon aboard the Dark Station.
Humblest apologies, Captain. Sometimes I don't know my own strength.
Oh, yes. Apology accepted. But we were lying low, and now we'll have to move on. Agon must have seen us.
Yep, there he is.
Go. Follow them, and this time don't lose them.
Of course, mister.
So yes, Trump is being sent off to follow the paradox.
You'll find the paradox
Because if you've got a Trump, it's always good to send them away.
through Spartan's void. And
Ooh.
what's this? A black hole? And right in her path,
Oh dear.
my little pet, is a black hole right in front of you.
Where?
I like that he calls him my little pet. It actually sounded like a term of affection. Anyway, Trump has been sucked into a black hole.
Too late.
Oh.
Now anything could happen to her.
Oh yeah, the Trump's a she, isn't she?
She might shrink to the size of an atom.
I keep forgetting.
What's happening to me? What's going on?
I do like as well Agon properly hamming it up here. sniffling nose and everything.
On the other hand, she could become gigantic.
Which she has. I'm not sure why Agon felt that... why he knew what would happen, but yeah, now Trump is gigantic. Bad news for everybody, particularly those on the Paradox.
Geronimo!
And unlike the regular stop-motion Trump, this is a full CGI Trump.
But we're being attacked by a giant falcon.
A giant falcon? I doubt that, Sir Squeak-a-Lot.
Oh, that was a nice bit of sort of double take from Thrice there. Yep. And it is strange in this show when you see one of the characters realised in CG when they wouldn't normally be. I think in what's the one about the theme park? There's some shots of them on the ride where they're rendered CG.
You're down the drain and you'll stay there!
But I suppose if you've got a story with a giant Trump and you already have the Paradox as CG, you kind of need to make Trump CG as well. Oh, she's now swallowed the Paradox.
What's going on?
And the CG for the time is pretty good. It always is in this show, well, generally speaking. On some of the Paradox crew, when they suddenly turn CG, it is quite noticeable.
You've let them escape, haven't you? Go back to the black hole. You might return to your normal size, if you're lucky.
Only Agon would threaten a giant bat-like creature.
We're stuck in the mongrel's throat, like an enormous chicken bone.
Oh, Sproggle don't want to be a chicken bone.
But for some reason, Trump's gone back into the black hole, returning to normal size. Oh, that was an alarming shot of Squeak-a-Lot and Roger there, getting up close and personal with each other as Trump is now her normal size again, which means the Paradox she swallowed is now miniaturized. That would actually have been a clever plan if Agon had thought of it deliberately. He just seems to have got very lucky there.
Last time, half-wit. What happened to the Paradox? It can't have just disappeared.
Of course, Trump can't tell him what she's done because it's lodged in her throat.
Must be inside the dark station.
We'll suffocate if we stay here. We've got to get out.
But how? Sorry. But how? We're stuck fast.
Perhaps we can make it sneeze. Leica, do you have any of your famous sneezing powder handy?
I have, but how can I administer it?
Captain Thrice, why don't I use this?
Oh, poor old Sproggle is completely hiding behind a chair there, looking very scared.
For housework?
No, sir.
But yes, Squeak-a-Lot's vacuum.
I mean, to blow.
Oh, Sir Squeak!
He was having sucking and blowing problems with earlier. Could be just the ticket. That's it.
All right, Squeaky.
That's some of Leica's famous sneezing powder. Seems to be working. So this is another shrinking episode. I didn't realise we had one so late as Lavender Castle. That's a surprise. Anyway, Trump has now regurgitated the miniature Paradox.
So that's where it went.
Now buzzing around Agon.
Oh, me nuts and bolts.
Mine went... Oh, that hurt.
If Dr. Agon had a net, you might be able to catch them. Oh, they've just hit him on the bottom. Oh. And out of a window. Of course, has not caused an explosive decompression.
Thrice, sir. The giant falcon. It's right behind us.
Yes, because even though Trump is back to her normal size, the Paradox is still shrunk, so she still looks giant next to them.
Right behind us, Captain. Oh, it's going to swallow us again.
Roger, watch out! The black hole's straight ahead of us!
We've got to go through it again. It's our only chance.
I know that somehow, despite not having laid eyes on it before.
No.
strange how in most shows a black hole would be like, oh my goodness, now the Paradox crew are like, yes, black holes. That's how we get back to normal. So...
Must be back to full size.
Well done, Roger.
Oh, yes.
So they're back to normal.
I see.
Trump followed them in,
Falcon!
which should mean that Trump is huge again. No, okay.
There it is.
Oh, now she's shrunk.
Why, look, it's only a wee birdie. Who's a pretty boy then? Who's a pretty boy then?
I'm starting to think the science on this show is not 100%.
Scared of Falcon?
Oh, but Sproggle is looking the wrong end through the telescope. Ah, okay.
Oh, Mr. Sproggle.
Well, someone turned it round, and suddenly Trump appeared huge to Sproggle again, and Sproggle ran off. Well, Sproggle-related antics aside, that was a rather odd note to end on. That was another fun episode of Lavender Castle. As I said, I particularly enjoy the CG with this show. It allows them to be quite imaginative in their storytelling. And again, this is a story that I don't think you could tell in a conventional animated series or stop motion animated series without the use of CG. So yeah, another imaginative use of the show's limitations and abilities. Another all-round jolly nice episode of Lavender Castle.